This episode of Strictly Sega is brought to you by
You need Uncle Sam. Let's get together with the stars and striped can. It's the perfect connection for fellas and girls. And under your arm is the top of the world.
Uncle Sam is the antiperspirant deodorant.
You need Uncle Sam. You need Uncle Sam. Let's get together with the stars and striped can. In Sydney or Melbourne, in Brisbane or Perth, you spray Uncle Sam, yeah, for all that you're worth. Perfect connection for fellas and girls. And under your arm is the top of the world.
Spray it again,
And
Sam.
under your arm is the top of the world.
No sweat.
G'day guys, welcome to Strictly Sega this week. I'm Charlie, and we have the new Strictly Sega crew here. Nick's still on his break, so until then, I'll let them have their own introduction.
G'day, I'm Stu, driver, cameraman, voiceovers, dog's body, diddle-a-doo.
Scotty, scripts with Chucky, bit of research, second dog's body to Stewie, diddle-a-doo, diddle-a-doo.
Kin, I provide the music, produce the voiceovers, third dog's body, diddle-a-doo.
So they've been involved with Strictly Sega for some time now, as been doing the music right from the start, and Scotty helped us out with the arcade episode, and you've been around since Mortal Kombat, so you know they've been there. This week we are all together diddle-a-dooing Rush 2049.
Diddle-a-doo, 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 diddle-a-doo.
Although published by Midway, this was the last game developed by Atari Games. Now, like any retro gamer, I have a soft spot for Atari and the 2600, but this was a long time after. I always found the history of Atari a little bit confusing, so let's have a look at it and see if we can make sense of this.
Atari was formed back in 1972, paving the way in a non-existent market with arcade games, then topping that with the 2600 all the way back in 1976. In order to have enough money to bring it to market, Nolan Bushnell had to find investors. Bushnell knew he had a potential hit on his hand, but bringing the console to market would be extremely expensive, so he sold Atari to Warner Communications. He then left the company in 1979 due to issues he was having with Warner.
Now owned and totally controlled by Warner, the famous 1983 game crash caused its shares to almost drop by half its worth. Warner split Atari into two separate companies, one based on arcades and one based on home consoles and computers, like the Atari 800 and the VCS 2600. With that deal, meant that Warner could still use the Atari logo, but the word Atari always had to be followed by the word games. The home console and computer company was sold to Jack Tramiel, who's best known for leading the way with the Commodore series of computers. He passed control over to his son, Sam Tramiel, whose first project was the ST computer and the 7800 console to take on the now mega powerful Nintendo. Later on, in 1989, the Lynx was planned but failed to sell sadly, seeing Atari couldn't get enough of them out before the Game Boy took hold of the market. Sam Tramiel ran the company right up until Atari Jaguar's demise, but suffered a heart attack and his father Jack Tramiel took over once again. But really, him and his family just wanted out of the business.
However, Warner held on to the arcade division, renaming the company Atari Games. Less than a year later, Warner decided to sell off Atari Games to Namco, who wanted to use the Atari brand to help them pave their way into the American market. This didn't last long. Again, barely a lap around the sun, and Namco sold Atari Games to a group of its own employees.
Atari Games went back to the production of arcade games, but also got into the home video game market on the NES. Due to their contract with Tramiel, Atari Games formed a subsidiary group called Tengen Games. But they didn't escape the court, as Nintendo turned around and sued them on multiple occasions, mostly due to Tengen's trick as to getting around the 10 NES lockout chip, which was made to stop unlicensed games from being produced. Renamed as Time Warner, and with deeper pockets, in 1993 they bought back the controlling interest in the arcades department of Atari Games. Although they changed the company's name to Time Warner Interactive, they still release their games under the same Atari Games brand.
Which brings us to Rush. Now in 1996, after unsuccessfully trying to palm off Atari back to the man who started it all, Nolan Bushnell, it was instead sold over to WMS Industries, who represent a bunch of companies like Midway, Borley and Williams. They used the Atari name right up until Rush 2049, when Hasbro brought out a re-released Atari 2600. So Midway, wanting to steer away from the old retro brand, changed that arcade name from Atari Games to Midway Games West, and went on to make games for the home console, ending a long history of a company that started pretty much the whole video game industry.
Atari is still around, and we see it often on new generation consoles, but really all it is now is a brand name. Since 1996, Atari's computer and console company has been sold to a hard drive manufacturer, then to Hasbro, then to Infogrames, a French company. Just as recently as October this year, Infogrames bought out all remaining public shares of Atari Interactive, making it now completely privately owned.
Okay kids, we're not going to get through the whole review in part 1, so we're going to go through the tournament now. You need to see all that tally through, and then in part 2 we'll get to the review. Catch you then.
I played every game, man. I played every game, man. Got blisters on my pads, man. I beat them from my chair, man. I'm a lounge room legend. I played every game.
Acid Drop, Advanced Dungeons & Dragons, Power of Mystery, Treasure of Karma, Adventure, Adventures of Tron, Airlock, Air Raid, Air Raiders, Air Sea Battle, Alien, Aliens Return, Alpha Beam 30, Amidar, Anteater, Arcade Pinball, Armor Ambush, Artillery Duel, Chuck Norris Super Kicks, Ghost Manor, Spikes Peak, Assault, Asterix, Asteroids, Astro Blast, Atlantis, Atlantis 2,
BMX Airmaster, Bachelor Party, Bachelorette Party, Backgammon, Bank Heist, Barnstorm Basic Math, Basic Programming, Basketball, Battlezone, Beam Run, Beanie, Bobber, Beatmania, Bermuda Triangle, Berserk, Big Birds, Air Catch, Blackjack, Blueprint, Bobby is going home, Boing, Bowling, Boxing, Brain Games, Breakaway 4, Breakout, Reach, Buck Rogers, Planet of Zoom, Bugs, Bugs Bunny, Bump and Jump, Bump It Back, Burger Time, Burning Desire, Busy, Police.
Cakewalk, Canyon Bomber, California Games, Carnival, Cat House Blues, Casino, Centipede, Challenge, Challenge of Nexar, Championship Soccer, Chase, Chase the Chuck Wagon, Checkers, China Syndrome, Chopper Command, Chuck Norris, Super Kicks, Ghost Manor, Chuck Norris Super Kicks, Spikes Peak, Circus, Coconuts, Codebreaker, Code Wins, Combat, Combat 2, Commando, Commando Raid, Communist Mutants from Space, Concentration, Condor Attack, Congo Bongo, Cookie Monster Munch, Cosmic Arc, Cosmic Commuter, Cosmic Corridor, Cosmic Creeps, Cosmic Swarm, Crackpots, Crash Dive, Crazy Climber, Crossforce, Crossbow, Cruise Missile, Crypts of Chaos, Crystal Castles, Custer's Revenge,
Dancing Plate, Dark Cavern, Dark Chamber, Deadly Discs, Deadly Dark, Death Trap, Decathlon, Defender, Defender 2, Demolition Herbie, Demon Attack, Demons to Diamonds, Desert Falcon, Dice Puzzle, Dishwasher, Dodgem, Dodger Cars, Dolphin, Donald Duck Speedboat, Donkey Kong Jr., Double Dragon, Double Dunk, Dragonfire, Dragon Stomper, Dragstar, Dumbo's Flying Circus,
E.T. the Extraterrestrial, Earth Attack, Earth Dice, Screaming, Egomania, Elevator Action, Ali's Ladder, Encounter at L5, Enduro, Entombed, Escape from the Mind Master, SBR, Exocet Missile,
Fall Guy, Fantastic Voyage, Fast Eddie, Fast Food, Fatal Run, Bad Final Approach, Firefighter, Firefly, Fireball, Fisher Price, Fishing Derb, Lag Capture, Lush, Gordon the Fly, Football, Frankenstein's Monster, Freeway, Frogger, Frogger 2, 3D Dogs and Flies, Frostbite, Funky Fish, Fun with Numbers.
G.I. Joe Copper Strike, Galaxian, Gangster Alley, Garfield, Gas Hog, Gauntlet, Ghost Manor, Spikes Peak, Ghost Manor, Ghostbusters, Ghostbusters 2, Gigolo, Glacier Patrol, Glib, Golf, Gopher, Grand Prix, Gravitar, Great Escape, Gremlins Guardian, Gunslinger, Grice,
Hero, Halloween, Hangman, Harper Escape, Haunted House, Holy Moly, Home Run, Human Cannonball, Hunt and Score,
I Want My Mummy, Ice Hockey, Inca Gold, Ikari Warriors, Immies and Aggies, In Search of the Golden Skull, Incredible Hulk, Indy 500, Indiana Jones, Infiltrate, International Soccer, Intuition, Ixion,
James Bond 007, Jawbreaker, Journey Escape, Joust, Junior Pac-Man, Jungle Fever, Jungle Hunt.
Kaboom, Kangaroo, Karate, Keystone Capers, Killer Satellites, King Kong, Klax, Knight of the Town, Kool-Aid Man, Roll, Kung Fu Master, Cryphus.
Lady in Waiting, Laser Blast, Laser Gates,
Laser volley, lockjaw, lock and chase, locomotion, London Blitz, Lord of the Rings, Journey to Rivendell, Lost Luggage.
Dad, I'm trying to do a voiceover in here.
Oh, just a minute, son. Oh, so much better.
And a 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Dexamphetamine by itself. All together now. I played every game, man. I played every game, man. Got blisters on my pants, man. I beat them from my chair, man.